Hello there! Ready to learn a new language? You've come to the right place. Learning a new language is a rewarding experience that opens doors to new cultures, opportunities, and friendships. But it's also a journey that requires dedication, patience, and the right mindset. That's why we're here today, to share our top tips and tricks to help you get started on your language learning adventure. So let's dive in. Tip number 1. Set clear and achievable language goals. Before you get started, it's important to set clear and achievable goals. Ask yourself why you want to learn this language and what you hope to gain from it. Are you looking to travel to a foreign country and communicate with locals? Or do you want to connect with family members who speak that language? Perhaps you're interested in learning about a different culture or expanding your career opportunities. Whatever your reason, write it down and keep it somewhere. You can see it every day. This will help you stay focused and motivated as you learn. Tip 2. Stay persistent. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times when you feel like giving up. It's important to stay persistent and keep going. Remember why you started learning this language in the first place, and do not be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Whether it's a friend, family member, or online community, having a support system can make all the difference. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone does when they're learning something new. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Tip 3. Define your short-term and long-term language learning commitments. When setting language learning goals, it's important to define both your short-term and long-term commitments. Short-term goals should be achievable within a few weeks or months and should focus on building a solid foundation in the language. These could include learning basic grammar rules, expanding your vocabulary, and practicing simple conversations. Long-term goals should be more ambitious and may take several months or even a couple of years to achieve. These could include reading a book in the language, having a conversation with a native speaker, or being able to watch a movie without subtitles. By setting both short-term and long-term goals, you'll have a clear roadmap to follow and can celebrate your achievements along the way. It's also important to break larger goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. For example, if your long-term goal is to be able to read a book in the language, break it down into smaller goals, such as learning 10 new words a day or reading 1 chapter a week. This will make the journey less daunting and help you stay motivated. Tip number 4. Make use of the SMART Goals framework. To help you set effective language learning goals, use the SMART Goals framework. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Specific goals are clear and well-defined. Measurable goals can be tracked and measured. Achievable goals are realistic and attainable. Relevant goals align with your overall language learning objectives, and timely goals have a deadline or time frame. Using the SMART Goals framework will help you set goals that are focused, actionable, and results-oriented. Tip 5. Assess your current level of proficiency. Before setting language learning goals, take some time to assess your current level of proficiency. Are you a complete beginner, or do you have some knowledge of the language? This will help you set realistic and appropriate objectives. If you're a beginner, start with the basics, such as learning the alphabet, numbers, and common phrases. As you progress, you can move on to more complex grammar rules and vocabulary. Tip 6. Be flexible and adapt as needed. Language learning is a unique journey, and it's important to be flexible and adapt as needed. If you find that a certain grammar rule is particularly challenging, spend more time reviewing it. If you're finding it difficult to learn new vocabulary words, try using flashcards or other memory aids. Don't be afraid to take breaks when you need them and to come back to difficult concepts later with a fresh perspective. The key is to be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Tip number 7. Focus on what's important to you. When setting language learning goals, focus on what's important to you. If you're learning a language for travel purposes, prioritize learning phrases and vocabulary related to getting around and ordering food. If you're learning a language for work, focus on business-related terminology and communication skills. You can also focus on specific skills such as listening, speaking, reading, or writing. For example, if you want to be able to understand movies in the language, set a goal to watch 1 movie a week with subtitles. Just remember that everyone's language learning goals are different, so focus on what matters most to you. Tip 8. Incorporate feedback mechanisms. One of the best ways to improve your language learning is to incorporate feedback mechanisms into your study plan. This could involve recording yourself while speaking in the language and then listening back to identify areas for improvement. Asking a native speaker or tutor to review your writing or speaking skills, or using online tools to get feedback on your pronunciation. By incorporating feedback into your routine, you'll be able to identify and correct any mistakes early on, which will help you avoid bad habits and improve your overall proficiency. Tip 9. Focus on vocabulary that's relevant to your needs. When building your vocabulary, it's important to focus on words that are relevant to your needs and interests. For example, if you're learning Spanish for travel, focus on learning words related to getting around, ordering food, and making hotel reservations. If you're learning French for personal enrichment, focus on learning words related to your hobbies and interests. This will make the process of learning new words more engaging and enjoyable. You can also use resources like word lists and vocabulary builders to help you focus on the most important words. Tip 10. Focus on practical skills. When learning a language, it's important to focus on the skills that are most relevant to your goals. For example, if you're learning a language for travel purposes, focus on learning how to get around, order food, and ask for directions. If you're learning a language for work, focus on learning how to communicate with clients and colleagues. By focusing on practical skills, you'll be able to use the language in real-world situations and feel more confident in your abilities. Tip 11. Use language learning apps. There are many language learning apps available that can help you learn a new language in a fun, interactive way. Some popular options include Duolingo, Babbel, and Memrise. These apps offer lessons that focus on practical skills and vocabulary that you can use in everyday conversations. They also provide opportunities to practice your speaking skills and receive feedback. In addition, these apps often incorporate games and other interactive exercises that can make learning a language more engaging and enjoyable. When choosing an app, look for one that aligns with your interests and goals. For example, if you're learning a language for travel purposes, look for an app that focuses on travel-related vocabulary and phrases. Tip number 12. Listen to audio materials regularly. Listening to audio materials is an important part of learning a new language. It helps you improve your comprehension skills and exposes you to the different ways native speakers use the language. You can listen to podcasts, music, audiobooks, and news broadcasts in the language you're learning. This will help you develop your listening skills and improve your understanding of the language. Additionally, by listening to a variety of audio materials, you'll be exposed to different accents and dialects, which will help you become more familiar with the language in its various forms. Tip 13. Work on improving your pronunciation. Improving your pronunciation is an essential aspect of becoming fluent in a new language. You can work on improving your pronunciation by listening to native speakers and imitating their pronunciation. You can also practice speaking with a native speaker or tutor and get feedback on your pronunciation. You can also use online tools, such as Google Translate, to hear how a word or phrase is pronounced in the target language. By working on your pronunciation, you'll be able to communicate more effectively and confidently in the language. Tip number 14. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Making mistakes is an important part of the learning process. It's important to not be afraid to make mistakes when learning a new language. Everyone makes mistakes when learning something new, and it's important to learn from them and keep moving forward. Native speakers make mistakes too, so don't be discouraged. The important thing is to practice and improve over time. Tip 15. Enjoy the process. Learning a new language should be an enjoyable experience, so relax, have fun, and enjoy the process. Celebrate your successes, big and small, and be proud of your accomplishments. With persistence and dedication, you'll be able to achieve your language learning goals and open up a world of new opportunities and experiences. Learning a new language is a challenging but rewarding journey. By setting clear goals, staying persistent, and taking advantage of the tips and tricks we've outlined in this video, you'll be well on your way to becoming proficient in your chosen language. Remember to assess your current level of proficiency. Focus on what's important to you, incorporate feedback mechanisms, focus on practical skills, use language learning apps, listen to audio materials regularly, work on improving your pronunciation. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and above all, enjoy the process. Good luck on your language learning adventure.